many of us know people who have diabetes or know people who have a chronic medical problem that they have to think about every day. They're supposed to be taking their medications, they're supposed to be doing X, Y, and Z, and they probably are not. It is very challenging. But it has implications for the whole family. So if diabetes runs in the families and kids grow up seeing that, there's a sense of inevitability that a lot of times happens where people just assume they're going to get the sugar and that their legs are going to get cut off, so why even bother trying to do all the preventive things? And so it's a bad, negative sort of downward spiral. And so it's important for those of us who have a chronic condition, for those of us who have diabetes, to understand the implications of our actions. And so a lot of times we say, don't do as I say, not as I do. People watch what we do. Actions speak louder than words. And so our kids are watching how we behave. And if we can't do it for ourselves, can we do it for our children? Can we do it for our grandchildren? You know, if it's not enough to, lifestyle changes are very hard to make. They're very hard to do. You have to do it every day. And sometimes people get tired. I understand that. But you have to understand the ripple effect on the rest of the family about what your actions are. And for those of us who are family members of someone who has diabetes or family members who has another medical problem, it really is important to try and be as supportive of them as possible in lots of different ways. So for example, people who have diabetes have to make sure they eat very healthy. They don't really have to have a diabetic diet per se. We should all have a diabetic diet. It's just a healthy way of eating. But if they have to prepare their food separately, everyone else is eating some fried chicken and some so-and-so, and they're off eating something else, that's hard for them. It's socially isolating to have a separate meal. It's time-consuming and extra work to have to prepare a meal separately. And particularly if the person who has diabetes is the one who's the food maker for the home, they have to make trade-offs and choices. Am I going to make this for me and make everyone else eat the way I do, or am I going to eat differently? And so there are ways that we can be supportive of our family members who have a chronic condition to help them. And so a lot of times, for example, for people who are cancer survivors, we see that I have a very good friend right now who is going through breast cancer treatment. She's got 4 boys. They all shaved their head when she had to have her hair shaved, and they all have these t-shirts that say, "Fight like a girl." And it helps her. It helps her. And so if we can join the team of whoever has a chronic medical problem and try and share their burden, it helps them be better about what they can do. And so think about the implications of that person who has the condition and how you can help alleviate that. The burden would help them manage their condition better, I think.